Hello. Andy's just doing something on... I don't know what he's doing.
Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. No, it won't be a minute. Actually, just carry on. I'm just going to play a game on this.
Oh, yeah? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Expansive Podcast show. Now, I call it a podcast show because it's also a podcast, but it's a show.
We're also on iTunes, and you can get us on the Expansive website as well. So yeah. So that's why it's a show and a podcast show. Dogs barking, so professional.
We're not sure what's going on.
Our mascot is misbehaving.
We're gonna send the help off to.
She's actually just playing Call of Duty.
You're right doing that. Okay, thank you. Cheers.
I'd like to take this moment to thank Tiny Keep for my cup that I got from Rezzed.
Turn it around so we can show the.
The that's
dragon.
Right. Just got to.
You can.
There we go. Right.
Oh, look at that.
That's
Tiny
pretty
Keep.
awesome.
Probably that's out of focus there.
So we could talk about that. Actually, we could talk about that. We went to Rezzed.
We did.
The
We did go
NEC.
to Rezzed.
We did.
And we sent old Dave off there, or young Dave off to go and do a little bit of
Old soul.
Don't need that anymore.
a little bit of field reporting. Oh, hold on to that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
You got two.
I have got
Don't
two.
do it.
So I work with the Chuckle Brothers.
to me.
To me, to you, to me, to you.
So yeah, we went off, and we went on the Saturday. You went on the Friday.
I did.
Which meant he got to meet people and we didn't.
Yeah, that's always good. How did you find it?
It was quite small. I mean, I don't know because I've been to the Gadget Show now, but at the time I thought it was quite small. I couldn't spend 2-3 days there, but I could definitely enjoy the whole of a day. But I'd say you guys went on the busy day, so I don't know if you got everything that you wanted to get done.
It didn't feel too busy, to be honest. I think that was the nice thing. So we've been to Eurogamer Expo in London for the past 4 years, 4 years,
Yeah.
and at times it's felt really crowded. It's quite a stressful experience in a lot of ways going around there. It's very noisy, and obviously it is. There's thousands of people and it's a game show. But because of the nature of Rezzed, it's more PC indie. It's designed to be smaller. It's just a much more relaxed environment.
Yeah, I enjoyed Rezzed more than I enjoyed Eurogamer. To be honest, I think it was.
Yeah, I think I'd probably.
It's nice and open. There was lots of people there that you could go and talk to, but there's lots of developers actually on the floor. though probably more so on the Friday.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
unfortunately, we were told that most developers turn up on the Friday, and obviously we didn't.
No, Dave was there.
Dave was there.
Yeah, so
representing.
Represent.
So check out those interviews.
Yeah, check out those. That's 3-part. I think it's Expansive at Rezzed.
Yeah,
and it's just got different
part one, part
developers
two.
in the thing. So just check out the YouTube channel for those.
We can do that 2-camera weird thing. We can point to that. We go. So check it out.
Ooh. Ready? Professional. Ready?
We're doing it.
So check it out. That's awful. That's
failed that so badly.
I felt horrible. I felt like that was
felt wrong.
It did. It felt like I don't know. It was like Smashing Nicey, like sort of like the 80s sort
Just
of.
think of the children.
Yeah. Although they do it on the Gadget Show, they do all that sort of stuff. You know.
I think we'll get away with that. That's
that'd be fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
So it was.
So what was your highlight of Rezzed? Your own personal. What game would you say you wanted to rush out and?
Straight away, without even thinking about it too hard, because I don't know how to.
We're just gonna
let the cat
That's
out.
fine.
There's nothing. I'm not doing anything.
Do I have to have the same reaction, or you just? It's like. There's so many animals here. It's like Evan Almighty. I don't know.
Oh, bring out the animals. Right, yeah, go for it. Rezzed. What was your favourite game of Rezzed?
Oh, well. It was by far Beast Gang.
I'm definitely not.
Gang Beast.
Gang Beast.
Yeah.
Gang Beast, not Beast Gang.
This is the one where
definitely not
multiplayer. Well, I think I saw at one point you were on on a window cleaning platform.
Yes, that's the bit I saw.
Yeah. Yeah.
And their primary colours on it are red, blue, and green characters that you've got.
They're also, it's like
on this
Morph.
platform.
It's just not Tony Hart's Morph. Everyone that wasn't born in this everyone born in this century hasn't got a clue what we're talking about. But like,
Everybody knows what Morph is, though.
no one knows what Morph is.
not?
Morph never made it past
To
his
be
time.
fair, anyone from this century probably doesn't know who Tony Hart is either.
No.
That's a shame.
He went out with Pingu.
Check him out.
They didn't go out because they're clay. But
Wow.
wow, what a weird thing.
Yeah, you've just made
Mingo.
it weird.
Porf. So basically, Beast Wars. Unfortunately, some of the footage that we got in the interview didn't come out properly. But there was some they were talking over each other. They were excited. They were good lads as well. It was a really good interview, but unfortunately, it didn't work out properly. Anyway, yeah, Gang Beast was just fantastic. Like, it was so much fun. There was a huge crowd constantly. Very hard to get onto the actual game.
Yeah,
and play.
we didn't manage to get it, to be honest.
But
We did
everyone
see
that
it.
was on there, just laughter coming from that area, that general area, and it's just a great format. And they said that those little characters they've got aren't going to be the final characters. They're just there to be put there for
fill in.
now.
But
Just
that
fill
actually
it.
seemed to work really well. I thought that was quite
That's
cool.
why I was like, don't change it. Do not change a
So
thing.
if you're watching or listening,
Don't change it.
Don't
It was
change
great.
it. You've got to leave. it
I
the
told
way
them
it
this
is.
on the day. I was just like, they're great characters. No one else has done it.
And the other thing, you need to come and talk to us because come on.
Yeah, let's have the first actual proper go on the alpha as well because it's awesome and I want to
by
play
us,
it.
he
I didn't
means
get to
him.
play it.
That's all good. So, what about you? What was your favourite game?
So I'm going to go with Not a Hero.
I might have gone for that as well.
Not a hero.
Not a hero.
You're allowed
Didn't
to
even
go.
see that.
You're allowed to go.
Roll7.
So he's allowed to go for the same game, by the way. There's no sort of...
Yeah. So Roll7 have.
That's a new rule because it makes things easier for both of them.
Yes. We're like peas in the pod.
I'm taking the high ground because I said it first.
How do you feel? You have to choose this one. Just choose this one.
Sorry.
I will choose.
No,
different.
no.
We want to talk about yours.
I will choose another one. We're getting off-camera explosions.
Exploding zoo.
Exploding
Oh, yeah,
zoo.
Super
Super
Exploding
exploding
Zoo.
zoo.
That was quite cool.
crazy. That was crazy.
Super Exploding Zoo.
Yeah, that was
I think I briefly saw that one.
It is a bit
it
nuts.
was a crazy cartoon style. It
It reminded me of when Vikings attack
Yes, yeah, it did look
with
similar to that.
zoo animals and non-zoo animals as well. I might add because there's some animals I don't think you'd see in a zoo.
Like what?
Yeah.
I
You
don't
can't just
know.
say animals you don't see in a zoo.
I can't remember.
And then just give me
I don't know,
nothing.
There was
I remember seeing pandas,
there was
tigers,
penguins.
lions.
They're all zoo
Okay,
worthies.
they were all
they
zoo
were
animals. yeah,
rhinos.
good
Have I said rhinos?
I mean, was there
point. Maybe
like,
that's why it's super.
Aliens.
exploding
There
zoo.
were aliens.
is there a
Ah.
therapist?
Aliens.
Why wouldn't they have a zoo?
I don't know.
They wanted to be in the zoo and they started eating the animals.
Yeah, it's quite
Quite
clever.
harsh.
They start eating the animals.
Yeah.
I thought they're supposed to be like I suppose. Well, maybe they might have exotic tastes. You know, you guys eat the cows. They're like
Zebra
insects to
burger.
us. Yeah, you
That's
should
what
have been
you
on
want, zebra
the
burger.
snow leopards kebab.
So
Horrible thing. I don't.
jumping back to Roll7 for a minute, and
Yes,
it kind
indeed.
of segues us in quite nicely to something I wanted to
Segues?
talk. Yes. Is it segue?
I say segue.
Segway, I think.
I think the rest of the world say
Sedge.
sedge. But sedge,
Sledge.
seg.
Sedge.
Doesn't-
Yeah, siege. Siege ways us right into what I wanted to talk about. In fact, to you, because you went off and did a wonderful job at Rezzed.
I go off everywhere.
You got some great interviews, very professional most of the time.
Have you seen them? I don't know. Go on.
I have, and yeah, they're very good, and you should check those out definitely.
And we blew out of the water in one take.
Yeah, that was brilliant because we had a really good cameraman,
I have never
really good
ever
I did see that.
held a camera while somebody didn't.
When he's not working for Bear Grylls, capturing all his stuff, he is making sure that we have our footage on the run. He did a wonderful job.
Oh yeah, yeah, did a great job.
I did a great job of standing as still as I possibly could.
He did that really good. I'll give him that. And we picked up the audio pretty well as well. That was pretty good.
Autofocus is a thing.
Well, the autofocus.
Are you showing footage?
I'm
little bits?
blaming the camera.
Yeah, we'll mix the footage in with this. And,
This is not my fault.
or maybe we'll cut it in now actually, because you should watch the interview with John Ribbins from Roll7 for
Top guy, by the way.
for Not a Hero.
Yes.
I keep forgetting the name. I don't know why Not a Hero.
Craps.
Craps.
Yeah. Roll7.
They had another game.
And Ollie Ollie. of
They had
course,
another
yes.
game there which you can't.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called, but we'll not go there.
Cosmic,
Yeah.
Ultra,
Yeah.
Neon.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. We got
So
that.
anyway,
So yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
watch the interview.
Is that just Piers Morgan?
It was.
Do you know what as well? It was John actually took us round to the stand where this game was being displayed, because it was something they'd done in in one of the game challenges.
There was some other game going on, and they'd actually taken over one of the other screens around the other side of this. So
he took us around to have a go on it. 4-player game,
and we're playing.
It's quite a simple premise.
Him and another person from Roll7. I didn't catch the name of.
Premise?
He just came along.
Yeah,
between the Sageways and the Premise.
You don't just get entertainment here, folks. You get an education in linguistics.
This is almost like the Snoop Doggy video from last time. Hey. Snoop Doggy Dog.
Anyway.
Premise.
Right.
Whoa.
No,
Premise.
premise.
I say premise as well.
You're breaking the fourth wall.
Do you know what? I'm going to say premise. I don't care.
Premise.
I'm comfortable in my being wrong.
Okay, it's the intelligence
What do you-
that comes through.
Anyway, should we watch that interview? So here we are with John Ribbins, and you've got a new game coming out, which is called Not A Hero. Well, it's not out yet, actually, I should say.
It's on its way.
On its way, yeah. When will it be? It says summer, I believe. But
Yeah, giving ourselves a nice wide window in which to finish it. Probably late summer if we're realistic.
summer.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that the style is very similar to Ollie Ollie, which I absolutely love.
Good.
Every time I play it, it's frustrating but exciting and fun.
Yes.
So you give us a sort of an idea of how this plays. Is it similar to Ollie Ollie in that respect?
I guess it's similar in that it's frustrating in a nice way. I think maybe I guess I could say it's to shoot 'em ups what Ollie Ollie was to skateboarding games. That's sort of what we're trying to do. It's basically a cover-based 2D shoot 'em up. So it's kind of think Gears of War minus one dimension.
So you've put on the press release anyway. You've put 2.25D.
Yes.
Tell us a bit more about that.
So when Jake started working on it, he's the artist. He started drawing everything basically from an impossible angle, ISO slant, which is not 2D and it's not 2.5D. It's the sweet spot between the two.
I'll pretend I understand that, but I gather that's so you can have this kind of area to nip back into.
Yes.
So you have a cover.
So in the original prototype, you didn't have that. It was all straight on, and it was really hard to tell when you were in cover and when you'd popped out of cover and everything else. So adding that little twist and being able to see the floor kind of meant you had this little bit of depth, so you could pop in and out of the scene.
So how many levels do you think you're going to have when you're finished?
Well, originally, so the city's in 5 districts, and you're trying to take over each district for Bunny Lord, who's a time-travelling rabbit from the future that's trying to become mayor. And he's trying to do that by wiping out all of the other mayoral candidates. Which is why he's employed you, a part-time murderer, to go around and do his dirty work. So we'd originally kind of thought each district has 5 levels in it with a boss at the end. But kind of seeing how hard people have found it, I think we're going to need to stretch the learning curve a bit. So there might be more levels that are a bit shorter initially to kind of get you into how to play the game.
I had a go earlier, and I must admit I was having a few problems initially, but it's exactly the same as Ollie Ollie from that point of view. It's the learning curve may be fierce, but once you get it,
it's okay.
It's really addictive. You want to have another go.
I think we've accidentally become the developer that comes up with obscure control systems.
That's good. It's a good thing.
Hopefully.
Have you got any other sort of little bits you want to say about it before we close?
Just to follow Roll7, Roll_7 on Twitter, and the gods of Rezzed are just dropping in to let us know you can win a free t-shirt. Yes, so please follow Roll_7 on Twitter and Flappy Fingers on Twitter, because we'll be updating and putting loads of stuff out about the game now that we can talk about it.
Excellent. Thank you very much, John.
Thanks very much for having me on, mate.
See you again soon.
Yes.
Welcome to the Expansive Podcast show.
Oh, careful. No, danger.
Tickety tack. The dog's off.
Dogs off.
I gotta do that again.